is up, guys? Welcome to the 4th episode of the Neighborhood Podcast. I'm Mickey.
Master Yoda KMC.
The Worm.
All right, so today we're going to be discussing the 4th episode. We're going to be discussing this, the 4th track.
The 4th track
of the new mixtape.
The Neighborhood Rain, motherfucker.
Before we get into all of that, though, check out the new digs, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're actually in Worm's little apartment area in the house.
Yep, we changed the setup, decided
New
to come
studio
over
for the
here.
podcast.
Figured it was more of an open space. We also upgraded some of our material. We got these nice little microphones that Allie can't seem to hold properly. And we got a new camera. But yeah, we're going to discuss this song. And we also have another new idea. We're going to start a segment. But we're going to get into that after what
Yeah,
we're
the whole
first gonna
podcast,
discuss.
like the whole production, like we're gonna be stepping this shit up.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We always are upgrading.
Getting better ideas, more segments that like people could follow along each week. Like, oh shit, I can't wait for our segment, you know. But wanna know what we should talk about first before we get into the segment? How about we fucking talk about the origin of the neighborhood?
That's a good
We
topic.
talked about like our little start into hip hop, but we didn't talk about like the neighborhood.
That's true. That's true.
So what do you guys think? Fucking, what do you guys cook up right now? Tell these people.
All right, well,
If your children are watching, tell them to go away.
yeah,
Well,
because
this
kids
one time,
this is totally made for kids.
this one time, what did we? We took a bunch of mushrooms or we took a bunch of LSD?
I think it was acid.
I
We
think
took
it
a
was
bunch of acid this one time, and it was during the pandemic. We had nothing to do, so we took a bunch of acid. We were gonna trip out, watch like funny videos and stuff. And Mickey's like, I want to make beats.
Well, I think
and
we were
Mickey had already like set up his own studio in the
Yeah.
shed,
We were already rapping.
or like
by
his
then.
own little, like it wasn't a studio yet, but it was like you had like a little desk in there, your iPad,
Yeah.
I think we were writing rhymes by
and a
then.
laptop.
Yeah, I got the laptop. Well, I think it was then I got the. Actually, no, it was before. That was after. Like, that was. I think after is when I got the Mac. So I think I had only the laptop.
Well, that'll come into it. We'll get into that part.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think we were already.
and the iPad because I was doing a lot of beats on the iPad at that time.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I think we were already writing rhymes by then, though.
Yeah, I think it was. I think we're.
Well, no, I wasn't.
Oh, Allie wasn't. That's kind of what made Allie buy in. Yes,
yeah.
but I was because I remember that was not like seriously, but I would come out there with you while you cooked up beats, and I would write
Yeah,
some rhymes.
I don't think it was like the first time we were like together. I don't think it was. I think it was before we did the acid that night.
Well, I know what he
remember,
means. It was the night where you started going crazy on the guitar while
Yeah.
on acid, and that's what made Allie buy in. Because then he just started writing some ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
I
out of
was
nowhere.
freestyling fucking crazy as Mickey was playing the guitar.
Yeah, but before that, like Worm and I were just fucking around
Yeah,
in the shed,
Right.
and like I had like a terrible setup because like
grabbing
all
the
I really
bench.
had like for like a speaker, I had a fucking like guitar rig, saying like which is not like the best, like it's not like the most sought after item when it comes to like you need
Making
like a
music,
fucking
yeah.
like audio
Need something to
studio
bump.
monitor
It's on that bumps.
Yeah, it was good, but like it wasn't like for like a. If you want like a solid mix, you can't really use a guitar rig, so
Right.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it sounded good, like coming out of it, because it was like all distorted. It sounded like raw and shit.
But at that point, like you had just come home from school. Like at that point,
COVID
like
happened.
right?
yeah. So
Or
we
you
were
weren't
all sent home.
Not that you weren't making music, but you weren't like seriously considering making music at that point, correct?
Well, I've always had the sneaky suspicion of like I want to do music, but I know I need to have a plan B. And then it was during the pandemic when I realized, if I'm planning to have a plan B, I'm planning to fail basically at plan A. So I was
Right.
like, I got to go fucking all in on this shit. But that was a little before that. I was still like passionately making beats, and Worm, I think we were eventually just fucking around with stuff.
Because it was because I might have like mentioned this slightly when I was got into how I started rapping, but it was because we made the diss track about our boy Mitch as a joke. And you're like,
Yeah,
oh
you made
shit,
that-
that was pretty cool. Like, how about we actually write something for
Yeah,
it?
yeah, we could actually like you got potential.
And we had all the time in the fucking world. I mean, it was COVID. I
Right.
was at your house till like 4 a.m. and I'd stay up till like 7 a.m.
And
wake
I
up
was
at
still
4 p.m. and come back over.
I was still working, trying to keep like my business alive. You know what I'm saying? So like, music wasn't really even an idea in my mind.
Well, yeah, so I was kind of working with Allie at the time as well, but I mean, he had bills to pay, I didn't. So I kind of just was like, once it was COVID, I was like, I'm not going to do anything. So I stopped really trying. And then I just started going in the shed with Mickey.
Hell yeah.
And then that night, that acid night, though, is the night that I think you bought in.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's how, like,
because
the
before
neighborhood
that,
sprouted.
we recorded actually our first track, which
Smoke Blues?
spawned the name The Neighborhood. How, because you were like, I think I just named our group.
oh shit, I do remember this now. Okay,
Yeah, because
yeah.
it was like the first night
Or was
I
it
wanted
Long
you.
Island Sound?
Well,
No, no, no,
That's
no, no,
really the
it
first
was
time we
outside.
got together,
It's
though.
like-
is that night
yeah.
that we had tripped because you guys had convinced me to go in there, and then you gave me a book, and you're like, "Come on, Yoda, I need some rhymes."
Dude,
you're like,
and
I know you got some rhymes, and I was
Yeah,
like,
because
nothing to do with
you always wrote like at least when you were younger. You
Yeah.
definitely haven't done at that point. You haven't really done it in a little bit.
I mean, at that point, I'm 23. The last time I probably wrote, I was 20.
Yeah, so like, I knew Ali, what like he was like he had a talent to
Right.
write rhymes. So I was like, it would be cool the three of us to like go
Do a
in and like
record,
just
yeah.
make a song.
Yeah.
And so we go in. I put up. I played this beat, and it was we never like put it out because it was just like it was sort of like
it was
Wait,
a
I
first
forgot about
draft
this.
kind of idea.
Wait, what
Yeah.
was this? I forgot.
I'm
about
outside.
This. Oh shit!
Yeah. I'm outside.
Yeah,
we
I
all
forgot
wrote
we
verses to
I
it.
forgot we recorded that.
I remember. I actually looked back on that because I still have like the lyrics
We're
saved
gonna-
on my phone.
Yeah, I have it in my notepad. I've seen it
Yeah,
before.
I looked back on it.
I gotta
look-
call you back, Pop. I gotta call you back. Is everything all right?
You can hear him. You can hear him through the headphones.
You got it. All right, perfect. I'm sorry. I'm recording the podcast. I'll call you in a little bit. Love you. My bad, guys.
No, you're chilling. You're
Yeah, you
chilling.
could hear my dog barking probably, but hopefully
Yeah.
they don't.
You can. It's fine though. It's fine though. It's not that.
Hey, we're still not perfect. We're upgrading, but we're not perfect.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We'll be there soon.
we'll be there one day.
Be there soon.
Yeah. So we record outside.
I'm outside.
I'm outside. And yeah, I was saying like looking back on those lyrics, like they're pretty good, like for like what it was.
When we first started, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
the first
it
thing
was
I
like-
ever wrote.
Yeah, for you guys, it was pretty good.
Yeah, so like
For me, it was a little.
we
rusty.
record that, we showed it to some of our friends, and then they were like, "This is like I like
You guys should do
I'd
that.
play this. I'd play this."
Yeah, they thought it was
Like,
catchy.
You guys should do that.
It was a very catchy.
Everybody was like a lot of our friends were like really surprised at me, and they were like, "You could do that." I was like, I always was able to. I just don't like share it with a lot of people.
Yeah, but like what really got the neighborhood name started. Your verse.
You threw me the pad. You threw me this little yellow pad, and I started filling it up. And I was looking at pictures of us because I was trying to like figure out like that vibe that we were going for on the record. Like the first time we were like trying to figure it out together. You know what I'm saying? On our first collaboration.
Yeah.
And we have a picture of us. I think it's from Worm's 16th birthday.
16th birthday, threw a banger, wore my mom's white fur coat.
Word.
Fucking-
Yeah. I didn't know what
Fucking
your
drank a
mom's-
whole bottle of Henny. And Allie had to carry me to my room. After
I had to
threw up
I had to
everywhere.
drag him. I couldn't carry his fucking ass. I
I
had to
know
drag
about
him
the
by his
picture.
neck.
Yeah, I remember the picture.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember the picture you're talking about though. It's with us and Luch.
Yeah, it's
W.
us, Jack, Luch, our friend W, our friend Luch, my brother Jack,
Gina happened to sneak in the picture on one of them.
some
And
girl
then they're
named
like-
Gina. And we like that night. I just remember Luch saying like, "Which is the fucking neighborhood? Which is the
Luch
fucking
said it
neighborhood?"
over and over
He
again.
kept
"This is
saying it
the
over and
neighborhood."
over. So like, I had made the caption. It's just the fucking neighborhood. And then while I was writing the shit, I was like, "Oh shit." And I had put it there like, it's just the fucking neighborhood. Or it was something like, it's the motherfucking neighborhood
I-
coming for you.
I didn't even know that. So basically, Luch was the
named-
one
who named
that
the
came
group,
up
yeah.
with the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, do me favors, just
We owe everything
too
to
close.
Luch.
You're a little too close to that microphone there, buddy.
Just like this.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. No, you're
Okay.
chilling. You're chilling.
Yeah, so it was Luch who named the group, really.
Damn.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that is fucking.
But I
dope, man.
remember I finished the line. I picked up my head and I was like, guys, I don't know like how you feel about this, but I might have just named the group. And Mickey was like, what do you got? And I was like, the neighborhood. It's where the fucking neighborhood's finest, with the neighborhood MCs.
Yeah,
man.
like it's definitely stuck. There's like another group that's called the neighborhood, but it's like they spell it with
but
a
they spelled
U.
a U.
It's
They're
like a
from Britain
British
or something. Fuck them.
Yeah, we're fucking straight up. We're calling them out now.
I got
Fuck
news for
the
you.
other neighborhood.
Fuck the other neighborhood.
This
I got news for
neighborhood
you.
is the only neighborhood. Fuck you guys.
I don't know if you remember this, but back in
starting beef with
1776, the American neighborhood came back to Britain and stomped them out. So just remember that. Just remember that.
Yeah, we're straight up disrespecting you guys right now.
Fuck you guys.
fucking starting beef with a rock band.
Give a
That's
fuck.
what a great start to a career.
They actually are like low key, like kind of biggish. I don't. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know any.
no.
Of,
I think they like are on radio.
yeah, I don't know any. of the music.
Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Fuck, shut the fuck.
Fucking
Spell it
assholes.
stupid.
I think that's just how they spell it in Britain. Like they spell like color with a U, like shit like that. I think. I'm not 100% sure.
Probably yeah, because they're fucking dumb.
Well, I'm from America, buddy. Well, I'm from America, buddy.
We get canceled for shitting on British people.
Nah,
And then,
everyone hates Britain. When freaking Queen Elizabeth died, I mean, like, my grandmother would probably hate me even hating on them
Disrespecting her.
because she was fucking from Britain.
Mine too.
But no, did you see all that, like, on Twitter and stuff when fucking Queen Elizabeth died? There was just mad, like, well, I think it was, like, mostly Irish people, and I believe Irish and the British don't
That-
get along well.
Well, I
'cause
think
of
Ireland
past.
is in Britain.
Exactly.
Like, I think you're meaning like English. Like, because
Yeah.
like Britain is like, it's both like Scotland, English, and then like Irish. And then there's, I
Yeah,
think
but
there's
they hated
others.
Queen Elizabeth, though.
Do you guys know
And
who-
they were doing chants when she died. It was fucked up. It was like,
God.
Lizzie in the box, Lizzie in the box.
no, for real.
They were like happy. It was fucked up.
Jesus
Do you
Christ.
guys know who Andrew? I think his name is Andrew Santino. He's on the Little Dicky show.
Hilarious.
He's the ginger.
Oh, yeah. He plays
He's
Snatch
very
in Little
funny,
Dicky.
very funny.
He's on-
I saw
he's
him
on,
doing
like,
stand
all
up
the
after the
comedians'
Queen
podcasts.
died, and he was like, "You got to see the Queen died." He was like, "I don't give a shit." He was like, "What a piece of shit she is." That jewel she wears, that was engraved by slaves or something. I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even know about all this."
Yeah, apparently she did like a bunch of really fucked
Yeah,
up
she's
shit.
probably a horrible
Well,
person.
I'm sure. Like it's the royals
Yeah.
shit is different
I
for us
mean-
to understand. We're from a democracy.
Oh yeah.
Not even that. Just it's hard for us to understand because
Yeah.
we're not fucking mega rich and powerful.
Exactly.
We also
Yeah.
we also like
Just from a
don't live in
small neighborhood.
we don't live in Britain where like
That's another
they're
reason why
very-
we're the neighborhood.
Yeah, they're not like very relevant in like the political world of America. So there's that.
Yeah.
All right, but
I don't even know how we got into this
Yeah, I
topic.
know.
It's honestly just because fuck the other neighborhood. This is the
Yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
neighborhood, motherfucker.
no one gives a shit about the Queen. Back to life. So that's basically how I'm not gonna say I named the group because we
Luch named the
collectively.
Yeah,
Luch named the group.
shout out Luch, man.
Shout out Luch.
Luch. But yeah, that gave inspiration for it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
the caption.
Yeah, and like
Luch
that works
saying
with
it.
our mixtapes. Like the first mixtape, Neighborhood's Finest, and then the second
Right.
mixtape, Neighborhood Rain.
Right, because at that time we started calling ourselves the neighborhood. As soon as you guys were like, "Fuck yeah."
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fucking
100%.
dope.
We started.
And
We loved it immediately. I feel like it was like a no, like just an undisputed like yes. As soon as
Right.
like it was said, we're like yes, like it was perfect right away.
And then after we recorded the first like draft track, let's call it the first draft track, Mickey was like, "This sounds like fucking shit. We
Yeah.
sound dope. Like our flows are on point. We sound like shit."
Like because
We
we were
recorded
like
this in a shed.
yeah,
Yeah,
well, a
yeah.
shed. Not only that, we had a fucking.
We didn't have the right
I bought like a
equipment.
$30 microphone.
Pretty sure it was raining out.
Yeah, it was
You
raining.
could hear the
You
rain
could hear
dropping
the
on the
rain.
shed.
I had a $30 microphone that I was like, "Hey guys, this thing looks dope. We could probably make some sick shit with this."
So then all of a sudden, Worm gets up and he like looks at this one corner of the room and he starts doing this shit with his hands and he's like, "Can I have this wall?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you even talking about right now?" He's like, "Let's make this wall let's put up a wall right here.
I said build the wall.
Build the wall. That's what he said. He was going, build the wall.
Because it was a joke on
Right.
Trump because he was still the president. So I was just like, oh my God, I just got it. I'm like, we have to build the wall.
Exactly.
We have to build it.
And we started. We actually, me, Worm,
In our
his
shed, by
dad,
the way,
really his
not
dad,
at the border.
His dad's the man. Shout out Steve Gordon. He put up 2 walls and a door, and we made our own little recording booth with like shitty tiles and shitty material. But it sounded a lot better than the original record did.
Oh yeah, because it was somewhat of a like I wouldn't say professional, lack of a better word, but
Right.
like, it was a better like setup
Yeah,
that we had
it was
previously. A lot better setup.
A better sound quality setup.
Yes,
Because it was like
exactly.
a closed space. It was fucking hot as hell in that thing.
We
Yeah,
have
'cause
new
it's-
studios
there's
now.
just,
There's
like,
really
fucking
no
wood
air.
box.
It's literally
Yeah.
a box with
Especially-
one little hole through the wall for the wire.
We're doing it for the summer too, so it's
Oh,
just
it's like 90 degrees
Yeah.
out and humid.
I was just gonna say that, like while we were recording it,
No
it
AC in there.
actually sucked
Yeah.
so bad because
Oh, I was dying.
we'd have like they know, but they don't know. I have to do like 1,000 takes sometimes on my track because I have to get every inflection. Like it has to
Fucking
hit
nightmare.
right. It is a fucking nightmare. And while we were doing this in the fucking sweating shed, 16 tracks over and over and over again, I died a couple times. There were a couple times where I was like, Mick, you know what? Just
He's like,
close everything
"Are you
up.
bored?"
I'm not fucking doing a single thing tonight.
Yo, just rest in peace,
My
my, dog
balls
Allie
are
Gold.
sweating.
I said rest in peace, my dog Allie Gold. Because he said you're dead.
Oh my god.
And rest in peace, Sean Flynn. He told us earlier he was gonna die, so
Rip Sean Flynn.
just had to
True scumbag. That's what we're gonna put on his
Oh my
tombstone.
god.
shout out Flynn.
Shout out Flynn, he's my boy.
But yeah, so we build the wall though. It's hot
He's
as
alright
hell.
though.
It's hot as hell. We make it work, but it's just still not it.
Well, me and
And-
Mickey recorded our first couple of tracks and our first mixtape, Neighborhood's Finest, in the shed. And we made a lot of upgrades to make it work.
Yeah.
And it does sound good, but the upgrades that we made in recent history are why Neighborhood Rain sounds so crisp and clean and right.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I mean?
definitely have upgraded.
It's definitely a step up.
It's obviously not
to
perfect.
Neighborhood's Finest.
I would say it's a huge step
It's
up.
pretty raw. Like,
It's perfect for
it's
us.
raw. It's a solid, raw
Yes.
mixtape.
And I love it like that person. Like I just love raw music in general. I feel like,
Yeah,
the
like-
direction that music is going today, which like isn't necessarily bad because like don't
Well,
get
it's
me wrong.
polished. It's more
I like
polished,
some of
more
this exactly.
well mixed, well mastered.
I like obviously you like some of the polished music and like some of the new music that's coming out today. Of course you do, but whenever you get a song that's like raw a little bit still, like I don't know, it just hits harder for
Oh yeah,
me.
of course.
Yeah,
Like,
I know
listening
what
to
you
a
mean.
Big L song, fucking all black, like, oh my god,
The first Wu-Tang record.
oh my
Well,
god, like,
I feel like every Wu-Tang record, though, is raw and rugged the way it's supposed to be.
yes,
Even their solo albums. Like,
except for the fucking album we can't hear because there's only one copy.
I
of
don't
it.
even want to get into this right now.
That makes me sick to my stomach.
I want
Wait,
to
what?
find that
You
nerd
didn't know about
and
this?
make him listen to
A
make
Wu-
him
like
let me
there's
listen
like
to the
a
What's the
record.
name
whole.
of it?
What is it like an
What's the name of it?
unreleased Wu-Tang album?
So there's an album that. Well, let him think of the name first. I think it's the something of Shaolin. Something of Shaolin.
The ride.
The Rise of Shaolin.
No.
It's they made it in
like the legacy is Shaolin. It's something insanely dope like that. I
dude,
forget
they
the
made
name
it.
of
So let me discuss it a little bit. They
Hold on.
So the RZA made like had the got all the guys together, and they made this album in secret. Like no one knew what was going on because like
Right.
normally that kind of stuff leaks, you know. But
Oh, yeah,
at
of
the
course.
time, I think it was 2015, maybe. Yeah, I think it was
okay.
2015. At the time, RZA was going on like a big media tour. What you got the name of it? What's it called?
No, hold on. That's wrong.
So-
I'm sorry.
RZA's going on RZA's what is it?
Once Upon a Time in Shaolin.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's fire. So the RZA was going on like a media tour saying how he doesn't like the current state of music and saying of like how with all the distribution services, like anyone, like the quality of music was going down because of how like mass produced is just coming out. Like people are dropping albums every year, like every 6 months. Like he just didn't like the state of music, so he's like, I want to show. Oh, and he also thought it was unfair the distribution services, like what they pay.
Yeah, because they paid
Because they
like
paid nothing.
yeah,
Scumbags.
like 2% of a penny.
Yeah.
Goes to the artist
It's
for every
ridiculous.
stream.
It's ridiculous.
It's like that.
So
It's like some
I agree
stupid
with
shit like
everything
that.
he was saying, but so he wanted to make an album to show his self-worth and the group's self-worth. So he made one solo copy of it ever, and he sold it. They sold it on auction to Martin Shkreli, who became a controversial figure after that because he is a main manufacturer of an AIDS medication. And after he bought the album for $1.4 million, I believe, something around there.
There's some crazy number like that.
It was something very expensive for a solo album. He raised the price of the AIDS medication. So then the Wu-Tang Clan was getting shit for no reason just because he sold an album. He literally sold it. Like, he wasn't trying to fucking make this guy raise the price of AIDS medication.
Yeah.
This guy's just an ass. And then he went to jail,
think-
Martin Shkreli. And
yeah,
then he
do you
got
think
seized
it's-
from him. He
I don't
doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, so it's like
Now, I think the
it's
government
like
might have auctioned it off
Yep.
again to, like, a Bitcoin mining company or
Oh, I
some
didn't know that.
shit.
I thought it was lost
Bullshit.
in the Fed's files forever.
Well, the RZA tried to buy it. He wanted to buy it back in the auction, on the next auction, because he wanted to have it. And
Yeah, of course.
it's in this crazy looking case, dude. It's crazy. It's like a whole thing.
yeah,
It's insane.
yeah.
I just found out about this like earlier, like a couple months ago, and I was like, "What the?"
I
fuck?
bet you that's an insane record. Once
Dude,
upon a
it's
time
probably
in
insane.
Shaolin.
So the only thing that's out from it, lyrics wise, is the intro song because Martin Shkreli said in 2016, if Donald Trump wins presidency, I'm gonna play. He's like, I'll play it on my live, but it's actually illegal to play on. There's all these stipulations in
Yep.
the album that like he can't play it
Yep.
in live audiences. Well, he doesn't
Oh,
have it
yeah,
anymore,
yeah.
but like it's all these things like no one can hear it for 90 years. It's
Yep.
so, like unless you own it yourself. So it's crazy. Like you can't play it in live settings. So he put it on Instagram
That's so
Live,
weird.
the intro, and then I think he like ended up ending his live or something after like some of the intro, and it's just Raekwon. I don't remember it.
I
really.
bet you it's fucking insane.
It's
too.
probably the sickest album ever.
It's probably so good.
And we're gonna be fucking dead before you can hear that shit.
Oh
I
my
bet you
God.
RZA will figure it out. He's the man, the myth,
they
the legend
got it,
himself.
bro. Like,
Yeah, no, yeah. I feel like they will go through something like legally, like through courts or some shit, and then they'll eventually get the album back. They'll be able to release
I hope
it.
so, man.
Oh, that would be. That's insane. But like, is it? I don't think it's because like I don't think you raised the price of AIDS because of buying the album. I think that was
Well,
just
no, that
happened,
was just like
after.
that. That's just what happened. That was like the controversy surrounding it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not necessarily.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
He was just like, I spent $1 million on this record, so this medication is going to be more money. That's basically what happened.
Yeah, like, and he was just like, he went to jail a couple years later. He's actually out now. I just
Yeah.
saw like interviews with him recently on someone's podcast.
Martin
He's a
Shkreli, give RZA back the record.
He doesn't have it anymore. He got it seized. From
Yeah,
him.
yeah. It's seized.
Get it
The
back and give it
government-
back to RZA.
The government has it.
Well, then
Or,
the
like, sold
government,
it
I
already.
know you're watching this and listening to everything I fucking do and say, so why don't you give RZA back his record?
Yeah.
No, you got to go to that Bitcoin mining company or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to-
bought
I
Well,
that.
had-
then those pieces, whoever you are, you stupid piece of shit, give RZA back his record.
I spent probably 5 hours one night trying to find it.
Yeah,
Worm- me and Worm were in the
studio. We
I was- we were-
one of the last records on that.
Yeah, I just couldn't even- We were literally writing to the mixtape. Actually,
classic.
and I was just like, I can't write this right now. I gotta find because I just found out about it. I was like, I
Worm,
gotta
you're
find
not-
this album.
I was like, Worm, you can't find it. You're not going to be able to. He was
No, you're the one who kept giving me hope. You're like, no, dude, like you're like, dude, no way, because you didn't even know about it. You're like, there's no way, like it's got to be out there.
because for some reason,
we
actually,
bo-
now that you say that,
You heard about it probably, but you never like thought about it. Like
I
you
saw
know-
something on YouTube. It was probably the intro.
Yeah, the intro, like, cause they have the
Yeah, 'cause
recording
you
of it
live
too.
streamed the intro.
I listened to it. It's dope. It was gonna
On
be
the
dope.
YouTube.
It's probably so sick, but yeah, I mean, I know we got away from the origin, but I feel like we kind of discussed the origin.
No, that's
so
really the origin.
How about we should get into our segment that we're gonna start doing, shooting the shit.
Shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit.
Want to add that little bit from?
Hell yeah! No, I think you should
we
do
have
that
been
every
shooting
time.
the shit on a few different topics, but yes, I agree that we should shoot the shit.
Yeah. So who wants to start?
Yeah.
Mickey,
well,
you're
basically what we're doing is we're just like,
yeah. So we could explain the segment as well because
Yeah.
they don't know. We're gonna each one of us is. Oh, sorry about that. Each one of us is gonna bring any type of music news or just most.
Or it's like a
obviously
topic.
A topic into the discussion each week, and we'll discuss it. And we're gonna call it shooting the shit.
Shooting the shit.
Yeah.
shoot the shit.
Well,
We're
I
gonna
want to
do that
start
every
with
time.
you because you actually had a good idea because you've been listening to Big L a lot.
Yeah, I just wanted to like this. I actually kind of like mentioned it a little bit earlier, but
My
like
favorite libraries.
Big L's just been heavily on my mind because he's a legend who passed away so young. It was 22, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
He died at 22 years old.
I'm pretty sure he was like underground too. Like,
He was
wasn't
under.
really known.
He didn't blow up until he died.
Right, exactly. He wasn't as big as he should have been when he died.
He not a lot of people like, unless you're obviously true hip hop fans know this, but like I know when I tell this to people that aren't like fully,
Yeah,
they don't know the past. He put on fucking Jay-Z practically, and
Yeah.
not only by himself. Obviously, like Jay-Z has mad talent.
On the
Yeah.
what's it called? The
The 7-minute freestyle.
yeah, on Stretch and Babito.
Yep.
Hmm.
They did a freestyle together. He was also on The Graveyard. Jay-Z.
Yep. Yeah, he was on his, Big L's first album.
He was?
Lifestyles the
Yeah,
Born
he's on,
Dangerous.
he's on The Graveyard. The way I rock, the way I can't stop, stop, dropping lock.
when Jay gets hot. When I'm in the zone, better slow your roll.
I gotta
'cause
listen to
I'm
The
like a
Graveyard
break
again.
when I finish a poem.
Pound, pound.
And he's not featured on. He's not like. It's not
they
doesn't
don't-
say
they
on,
don't
like,
No, they
features.
don't have the features.
He doesn't
no.
have any of the features
They
on
all
it.
announce
Okay.
themselves. Like I
Cam-
think Microphone Nuts on there.
Killer Cam. Who's Killer Cam now?
Cameron.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Cam. Yeah, there's a couple guys on there that actually ended up making it like kind of big, but yeah,
But Big L put them all on. You're right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on, Big L, put it on.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I know I've said this probably on the podcast before, and I say this a lot to like my friends and everybody. Me and Worm talk about it a lot. If Big L didn't die at 22, the whole conversation of who is the greatest rapper would be fucking completely different.
well, to even go further than that, if Big L, Tupac, and Biggie Smalls don't die, I say music as a whole is a different place.
I'd like to believe that
Do you-
myself too.
I think it's different.
I don't know about music, but maybe just hip hop.
Well, hip hop,
It could be. Could be.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, I
'Cause
agree with
they
that
will-
statement.
Like obviously their legacies are still here,
Yeah.
but like they would have.
Their
They
past
were only
albums
20
were-
years old,
yeah.
all of them. They would have
Yeah.
still been making music till. I mean,
Tupac
Eminem.
was like 25.
Right.
Yeah, Eminem's still making music. Like I
He's
know
50.
he's a lot. Like he's the end of people's. He's the butt of everyone's joke nowadays, just because they don't listen to like real hip hop half the time.
Which is more like, you know, just like the lyrical
Yeah,
side
they don't
of
like
hip-hop,
lyrical,
lyrical
side
type
of hip hop, and like he's just an older guy now, so
Yeah.
they're like, fucking.
I feel like with like most music now, like at least in hip hop, like it's more about, you know, like the feel, like more of like the like is this a song to like mosh to at the concert?
Hell yeah.
Hell
Like,
yeah,
you go to, like,
it's the club. What,
Yeah.
so what song can
Yeah,
we play
like
at the
Lil-
bar?
yeah,
What's
like-
good in my mashup?
What is
Yeah,
this?
like
Girl
Lil
gonna shake her ass
Yachty.
to?
Lil Yachty just dropped like the new song Poland, which is like
Yeah.
not the most lyrically.
Not at all, but I do
complicated-
like it. Of
Yeah,
course,
no,
like
no, it's a
catchy. I mean,
catchy
Ali
song.
definitely
Quote
hates it.
Eminem. To quote him specifically on The Ringer. Get this fucking audio out my audio. Most people like Lil Yachty, but not me though.
Yeah, I like Lil Yachty.
Yeah, but
Not
like,
even dissing it, just ain't for me.
Like, I was-
All I am simply is just an MC.
I was
that's
putting
fair,
it up-
though.
I was,
Yeah.
you know, I was listening to it because I was like curious because I always seen the little snippets on it, but I was like, let me listen to this into the car. I listened to it in the car while I'm driving, and like I'm like hearing like the bass go. I'm thinking like this is like a dope song to like mosh to. If he's like Lil Yachty put like goes, you know, he's at the.
Yeah, think about that bass boosted through the
Yeah,
speakers.
yeah.
Fucking, that's going.
He plays a
people are
few
going crazy.
songs to like warm people up, and then plays Poland, and then like that's such
People
a
are
big,
going nuts.
That's such a big song right now. Like people will go fucking yeah again, they will go fucking crazy, and then like they'll just like fucking dance their ass off basically.
Well, honestly, another thing is that like not that I mean a lot of people say that today people's attention spans are getting shorter because
I
of
agree with
social
that.
media, and I mean I do believe it.
Yeah.
And something.
to me, I have a fucking attention span of like a fucking
yeah,
squirrel.
you have a squirrel attention span for sure.
Me, you can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
No, I can't.
Something like that though, like where it's a very catchy "I took the walk," like that's
Yeah.
gonna do great on social
It's like
media.
simple too. 'cause,
It's
like,
simple and it's
you can
gonna
sing
do great
along
on
to it.
social
Well, you also
media.
got to see like you listen to like the TikTok trends that go around, like the songs that make it big on TikTok. Like they're all just very catchy. You could dance to them. You know what I'm saying? They're like
Yeah.
fun. It's like a fun feel, like Mickey was saying.
Yeah, but the thing is with some of them though, like here's an example. Steve Lacy put out that song. I forget. I
he's
do like the
blowing
song.
up. He's blowing
yeah,
up.
but like I forget. I'm blanking on
Hey,
it.
check
Bad
him out, I don't know
Habits.
who he is.
I think Bad Habit.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's what the song is. Yeah, and like I saw this video on Instagram. Like he's at the concert, and like people
They
are
only know
like
a couple
singing. Yeah, yeah.
words.
They know like the chorus really only.
Yeah.
They like it's like I bite my tongue, it's a bad habit, and then like no one says
the
anything.
next
I
after that, yeah.
really truly believe though that it's all about whose ear you catch, because you look at like you
True.
guys ever see like Kendrick perform?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sometimes Kendrick puts the fucking mic down because the whole entire crowd is doing his verse.
He cuts the whole beat, and it's like my next stroke just went 5
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's because it's
Even his
Kendrick
lyrical
Lamar,
shit.
though.
Even his lyrical.
Oh yeah,
shit.
he's at a point where he's like one of the, if
Yeah,
not the
even-
biggest
even-
rapper in the
yeah.
world.
Right, but even when he came out, he still had lyrical bops. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, he's,
Yeah, but like at first, no one was like chanting all of his songs.
But now, after
I
so
could
much
be wrong.
time,
I could be wrong.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And not
He's
even
got the
after so much
longevity.
time, because he's only been around what? Realistically, he's been in the public
I
eye
think
for
since
10
like,
years. Let's
yeah,
say
like 2010,
since 2010.
early 2010s.
Okay,
around them.
Like I think.
but that's what
cause-
I'm sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm trying. The point I'm trying to convey is like. We say that like they don't have the right. We don't have the generation today doesn't have the right attention span, but at the same time, they do the whole verse for any song on Damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Well, yeah, because these people that we just named, well, I mean, we only named the one guy, Steve Lacy. He's not as big as Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
But and like that, his song isn't as popular as like some of the songs on Damn.
Right.
Like, Damn was one of
Yeah.
the fucking highest selling albums of the year that year. I think.
Hell yeah.
I think it probably was the highest
Yeah.
selling one. That
I'm pretty sure he won
fucking
a bunch of awards for it
yeah,
too.
I listen to that shit almost like every day. We were
Love
like
it.
playing it in our locker room and shit during school sports. Like that shit was just on all the time.
The crazy thing about Steve Lacy is though, like when he was like 18, like first starting out, he was producing stuff for like J. Cole.
Yeah, no, he's
Like,
getting
it's some
pretty big
crazy
too.
shit.
He's actually starting to blow up a little bit.
I had no idea. I have no idea who he is. I gotta check him out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, he's more
his
like a
earlier
singer.
work was more. Yeah, it's more like R&B type.
Yeah.
I
not-
listen to
you're
that
not-
stuff, like,
no,
but I
you're
don't listen to that stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's not like it's
He
not
doesn't
like
listen to that shit.
Yeah,
No, I do.
No, I was
I
kidding.
really do.
I was just kidding.
I
All
listen
the-
to it, but like in the background, like when I listen to like a new record that comes out, like King Crooked and Joel Ortiz a couple of months ago dropped, or a couple of weeks ago, I'm not really sure, dropped Harbor City Season 1, and they dropped The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse, which is like breaking my heart, but I have to listen to it. And I haven't had time because when I listen to something like that, I fucking listen to it. Like, I have to catch every single word. And half the time I'll be like, wait, what the fuck did you just say? And I have to rewind it back, and then I have to rewind the whole verse.
Moving on, we're still doing the fucking segment. Dude, what's your shoot the shit?
Well, I just want to finish it up because we got
Shit to shoot.
we got away from Big L real quick. I just
my
want to say
bad.
one last thing about him.
I fucked it up before. Yeah, I just realized that.
What?
I was like, "What's your shoot the shit?" So I had the fucking words. Fucking
Did that
jumbled
again.
up.
I gotta stop fucking take my hand off the mic. But I just want to say one last thing about Big L. He's just his punchlines are just insane.
Ridiculous.
Like these,
Ridiculous.
Like, cause there's this guy Babytron who's like blowing up now. You know Babytron, right, Macon? I'm surprised.
Oh nah, fuck.
He has
I gotta
he has
check
a
him out.
very weird. No, he's the guy I was telling you about. That like, which don't get me wrong, he's very he's got great punchlines. But he's like his flow is like he has a I think he's from Detroit or something. And like they kind of have like not all Detroit rappers because obviously Eminem's from Detroit and
Big Sean.
but like the new age Detroit guys coming up have like this weird kind of flow that like some people love it. Like I know some of my friends.
Was it
fucking
like an
love it.
offbeat, like Blueface type of?
Not
flow?
really offbeat. It's just like I don't know how to explain it. I wish you guys heard. I wish you guys knew who Babytron was. Which he has man talent. I mean, good props to him. He's like fucking does have sweet sick punchlines, but it's like almost like
I'm gonna have to check him
punchline,
out.
punchline. It's like only punchline, so it's just
Right.
like not my cup of tea at all.
Right.
But the way Big L sets up his punchline every time, he does do so much punchlines, but it's not just punchline.
I think the greatest
It's like
punchline rapper of all
line,
time is
punch,
probably
line.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Lil
Like,
Wayne's in it.
It's crazy because he like freestyles all this shit.
Exactly my point.
Lil
How do
Wayne's
you
insane.
come up with some of these ideas in fucking 6 bars?
and he's still fucking making all these mixtapes. Still,
He's a genius.
just dropping this in, like
He's literally
Yeah, I
been
thought, like,
signed since he was like 13 or 14 years
I
old.
thought that, like, I think it was Funeral. I thought that was his last.
I think he like
Album.
I think he made a mixtape though.
Ah,
He
okay.
makes like SoundCloud.
He was
mixtapes,
just
so-
recently on
Oh,
the
really?
new Preem mixtape
Maybe
with
not like SoundCloud,
he was
but
on a
like-
track with Slick Rick. It was insane.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
saw
showed me
that
it.
shit.
You showed me it. But I'm talking about like himself like putting
yeah.
out his own work.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, shout out Big L. He's the fucking man. Wish you weren't dead. Miss you.
Even like, you know, like I think like his posthumous album is like his first one was I could be wrong. I think it's Casualties of a Dice Game, and there are a lot of insane tracks on there. Like there's one with Tupac and Big
Yeah,
Daddy Kane.
Deadly combination.
Deadly combinations on there. So good.
There's one with the song with Fat Joe is so fucking fire.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
With when Fat Joe comes in, he's like, "Federal trial set me up." When the first time I heard that shit, I was like,
Fat Joe is
"Oh,
OG
shit."
Big L Crew. He shouts him out and put it on.
Yep. But yeah, what do you guys want to shoot the shit about? Who's shooting the shit? Who fucking the
Mickey, you
night?
got shit
Who
to shoot?
fucking the night?
Did you? I
I don't know if I have shit to shoot.
I mean, we
per
have
se.
talked a lot, so I mean, if you
Like-
got some, like, we don't necessarily all need to have one each week,
Right.
Because I mean, we ended up getting into a lot of things that
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
think we were going to get into today.
I mean, something I would say that I would like to shoot the shit about, because we've been talking about like attention spans and stuff. Lately, like a lot of well, they know, but they don't know. A lot of our equipment broke, like the stuff that my instruments that I used to make music in my house,
NPC players,
in my studio. So like,
Mickens
I
computer.
haven't had a lot of stuff to do, so I've been just writing in a book, like writing rhymes, basically, just trying to exercise my muscles. And lately, like, what's been getting me crazy, like, inspired and, like, glued and, like, losing my fucking mind and lyricism and syllables is I go on YouTube and there's this channel at Spitted, Spitted.
Is that with like the?
They highlight
Yeah.
everybody's rhyme scheme, like to the fucking syllable in different color schemes. And then they show you as it goes along, like the color scheme progress. Like it might be like they're showing you like these blue syllables here, and then this one gets daisy chained into this purple.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it'll
yeah,
show
yeah.
you like it'll all become the purple then.
Yeah.
Because it all
Oh.
actually originated from this rhyme.
Oh shit.
And it's been making me go fucking nuts.
Yeah, that is dope.
So that's really all the shit I have to shoot.
But on that, you know, remember that app that we found? Like, not that we ever fucking used it, because I mean, the app Rhymer's Block or whatever.
think
I still
Mickey
use
uses
it.
that.
I still use it.
I'll use it every now and then, like for a word, honestly, just like if I like need one word. But the main reason I like to use it sometimes because it shows the rhyme, like
Yeah.
the rhyme,
Yeah.
the highlighted rhyme.
I check that out sometimes after
I just like that's what I'm
finish
saying
my
when you're
verse.
done because it looks cool. I want to see like what rhymed like to get, even though I already know as I wrote it. But
I sometimes, it's funny you bring that up, like when we're writing a record or we're doing whatever and I need to like inspire myself a little bit and I'm stuck here, I'll go in a Rhymer's Block and I know like I'll take like the half of the word that I need, like let's say it's inflame, I'll take game
Same thing.
and I'll be like, oh wow, look at all these fucking bullshit words that they want me to fucking rhyme with, like what am I, illiterate? And then I start going off on a tangent. I'm like, fuck this fucking app. And I have like a fucking...
you get angry, angry from how bad
I'm
their
like,
rhymes
how
are.
fucking stupid are people that they use this fucking app?
I do like it for like the rhyme scheme thing though, and if I do,
Yeah,
make
that's
one,
cool,
I
that's
do
cool.
like if I'm just like
The highlighted part is
you know
cool.
when like you're writing sometimes and like you kind of know you have what's written right here, and you know what's gonna be here, but you don't know what's right there.
Yeah, you need like
I
it's
know
like a
what you
puzzle
mean.
piece.
Yeah.
It's like what's this middle
That's
part
what
for?
that's what I use it for sometimes. If it's like I really can't think of a fucking word right now, what word am I thinking of? And then I'm like, oh okay, this helped a little bit.
I feel you on that. That's kind of what I do, but like I'll just like be like, this is so simple, and then before you know it, like I broke down like a 5-syllable bar.
Yeah. Sometimes it's so weird. Writing it is so weird. 'Cause sometimes it's just like you're just like flowing, like just going so fast.
I know
It's
what
like,
you
wow,
mean. It's like
that's
it's
crazy.
so weird, like how like some days you have to like train yourself to get up and like fucking write like 16 bars. Sometimes I can only get like 4 bars out, and then the next day I'll go in there and I'll just fucking
30.
fill up a whole fucking notebook.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane.
What about you, Mick? And what do you want
Alright.
to shoot the shit about?
All right, so
What's your shit to shoot?
I have been listening to this kid for a little bit, and his name's Red Veil. I found him on TikTok,
Dope name.
and it's like he's a rapper and producer. He's like 18 years old, and he is fucking dope. Like it's like soulful hip hop. Like it kind of reminds me of like an Earl Sweatshirt.
Okay.
But it's like the beats. Like he's like Earl Sweatshirt can be like more like a lo-fi type of. Some of his songs are like very polished, but like if you go to like some rap songs, that was like a gritty, like raw lo-fi hip hop record.
Yeah.
But like with Red Veil, it's like, you know, he uses all these cool soul samples and like the beats, like everything about it, it's very polished, well mixed. Well, I'm gonna play like a 10-second clip of this one song. This one-
My bad. I was just gonna say you showed us him before, like a song of his, and the beats were just awesome. They were
Oh, yeah.
fucking heavenly sounding, and he's
Hold on.
dope.
I'm gonna play the. This is off his new record. It's called PG Baby. It's like probably one of his more famous songs out right now.
We only could give you 15
Yeah.
seconds. We don't
He
want
just-
to copyrighted.
Yeah.
For the no money
He
we
actually
make.
just hit 100,000 on Instagram, and for it he put out this 100K freestyle, and he uses "The World Is Yours" beat.
That's
from
fire.
Nas.
Word.
fire.
I gotta check him out for sure.
Fucking dope.
That's
But,
awesome.
I'm gonna play PG
I
Baby.
gotta follow him on Instagram. I saw him the other day.
Oh yeah, that was like the 10-second. Hold on, let me go to like the
That
some
was
of his
awesome.
lyrics. Like that's like the.
that
beat.
was
I think he
fucking hard,
produced
dude.
that. I'm not 100%.
If he did, he's very talented producer as well.
Yeah, but hold on.
Keep them trucks up on the railing just a little bit longer. Lean to make you stronger. Skin to skin with everything I ponder. So we don't take dishonor for that. One of my commas.
Fucking dope. Like,
Yeah.
isn't it like?
Yeah.
He's fire. I gotta follow him. I swear someone sent me him the other day. I wonder if it was even you. I don't know. But I swear someone
I think
sent it.
I think I did because I'm pretty sure when I saw the 100K
You sent it on the
freestyle-
Instagram group chat.
Yeah.
You did. I was like, yo, this guy's sick. And I didn't follow him though. I gotta follow him.
So sick. But that's really about. I like it's just like one of those, like new up and coming rappers.
Yeah.
That, like I was like, this guy is gonna fucking rule in like the next 5-10 years.
Hell
Right,
yeah.
right.
That guy seems dope. And I mean, that's what shooting the shit is all about. We're just gonna be
Shooting the
bringing any type of subject, rapper, fucking anyone we're trying to shout out.
We're just shooting the shit, dog.
We're just shooting the shit, dog. But from there, I feel like we should get into this, the sound.
Oh, word.
Yes.
Also, another new thing we're gonna be doing. Each song that we talk about of our own music, we're gonna play a quick snippet of it as well. But we won't copyright ourselves, so we could play.
Well,
Like,
we can just listen to the whole thing, like, you know.
because I think that's bad podcasting at that point. But we
I
can play like
guess.
a nice like 30, 40-second clip.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
And we'll get into the sound. What should we do? Should we play it first or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna play a little snippet of it first. Mickens
And then we'll
pulling
go
it
into,
up real
like, I
quick.
guess how it came about and all that.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. Just give me one
I've been
sec.
sitting weird the whole time.
Yeah. Fuck.
Totally threw on my back cleaning my turtle tank. That's my boy up there, Rafiki.
I can't wait to get my hands on a nice
Turtle.
chicken parm. Well, chicken vodka, I think my mom. No, that's right. Mickey asked for meatballs.
I didn't ask. She said what she was making, and I'm like,
Meatballs and
all
vodka
right, Mom.
sauce. What
Go
a
for it.
fucking idea.
Yeah,
It's not like I'm not like you. That's like, no, I want this. all right, shut the fuck up. I'm playing this song now.
Maybe I should just
Shut
get a
up!
hamburger
Shut
on the
up!
outside.
Shut! No,
Play the song.
thank you.
Buns inside out.
Fuck you.
Play the song.
That's it. Yo, the world, you wanna light it up. Phony in the call my cousin Puerto Rican tough. You ain't gotta say nothing when it's time to piff. Gotta roll another one so the game up split. This that glorious sound, it's unattainable. Unless you're picking in Yoda and the word flew. Don't be cruel, don't need to impress me. I might die for this shit, Elvis Presley. That sound, that's that shit. Make you leave the ground, make you go back shit. It's some of that slick making magic. Mixing me, he was baddest.
All right.
Yeah, that
was
shit's
that was a solid
fucking
40
bop.
seconds.
Mickey, that's probably the hardest line anyone's ever fucking said.
That shit is a fucking
It is
bop.
I
pretty-
die for this shit.
Elvis Presley. That line.
It's
is
a pretty
insane.
insensitive line, but it's a good line.
Nah, it's awesome.
No, because I mean, for me, I love Elvis. He's one of my
Yeah, Elvis
favorite,
is awesome.
He's a legend.
Yeah, sure.
One of my favorite artists.
I like Christopher Reeves too, but I make fun of him every once in a while.
Oh my god, fucking ass.
He was good in Superman, but he can't walk. You know what I mean?
Oh my
The
dude,
Christopher
shut
Reeves beef.
We started off on the wrong foot.
I mean, a fake leg made out of wood.
First is he's using politically incorrect language. Now he's making fun of crippled people. He's really going-
I'm just
This kid's
saying.
a piece of
You're
shit.
really going
Music,
downhill.
you're entertaining.
You call Sean Foot a piece of shit? This kid's a piece
All
of
I'm
shit.
saying is you're making music, you're entertaining. It's not insensitive. You're just trying to make something new.
Yeah,
It's not insensitive.
trying to,
Might
like-
die for the shit Elvis Presley is a clever line.
it's like a head turner.
That's
It's
it.
like
It's
what the
awesome.
fuck did you just say?
What did you just say?
Dude,
It's not insensitive.
I was playing it for my boss the other day, that song, and he's like, he laughed immediately once he heard it. He's like, I might die for this shit.
Does Elvis even have any living relatives?
No, he has his wife. He has a daughter.
She's alive?
Lisa Marie, and she like Lisa Marie herself has her own children.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
No. Well,
she
then,
was married to Michael Jackson and Nicolas Cage.
Oh, shit.
oh my God, she gets around, huh, Lisa Marie?
All right.
Fucking such an asshole.
Fucking spreading it for all Hollywood.
Don't come on. Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
All right, well, fuck Elvis.
Be better. Be better.
I didn't
Fuck
know I was
Elvis.
allowed to
No, I'm kidding.
entertain.
Shout out Elvis. He's dead.
Yep.
I don't
I'm
really.
kooky, meticulous. I'm a comedian.
But
KMC.
other than the line Elvis shit, I just want to go into like how this song kind of came about. So, what happened was, my MPC player, which was to my right of me, you can't see it. Micken was fucking around with it one day, and he made these two dope ass beats on them. And
Was it on?
Yeah, no, it was on my
on?
MPC because
Oh, shit.
so that's what happened. It was when I think Allie was doing something and me and you were just in the stew and I just got the MPC, so you're like, oh, let me cook up on yours.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
you cooked up on mine, made these two dope ass beats, and actually one of them, I immediately was like, I'm stealing that without telling them. I'm like, I'm using that for sure. It's on my MPC and it sounds dope, and I have an idea for it already because I was writing to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And this one though, I didn't really listen to, and it was Monday. I come back to your guys' house. It's just me and Allie though. You were back in Brooklyn, and me and Allie were like, all right, what should we do? And we just happened to have that. We didn't go into the stew yet because that was before Jack came home.
Yeah.
So we used to go into the stew, but we
Yeah.
were just in Allie's room. We were watching the Wu-Tang show at the time, I think, honestly.
Might have been.
And
I'm always watching that shit.
we just turned on the MPC and I was like, yo, Allie was like gonna fuck around and make a beat on it, but I was like, wait, yo, Mickey made this sweet beat the other day, but I didn't like really listen to it again because I listened to the other one, and I played it, and then Allie just started freestyling, so then we just started freestyling, and then when Allie was freestyling, mid his freestyle, I just started going, this the sound, this
that's
the
awesome.
sound, and I was just like, I paused it, I'm like, this is the sound. This is the song.
And I was like, that Long Island sound, that's it.
Yeah, and then he said that, and I was like, this is the song.
Yeah.
And so I just thought that was a cool little piece of information to give the audience.
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite lines from it?
Well, I mean, definitely, we already spoke about the might die for this shit, Elvis Presley.
Hold on, can I go into a little tangent about that? Because like
Yeah.
when I first wrote it, it was like, yeah, this will just be a line to like, you know, turn a few heads and like probably make a couple people chuckle. But like you can look at it like different ways. Like you can look at it face value. It's like, oh, he's just talking about how Elvis Presley died on the toilet.
No, it's
But-
exactly what happened, yeah.
Yeah, but you can also just look at it like I might die for this shit, meaning like I'm dying for the like.
No,
It's a
I
double
know exactly what you
entendre.
mean. I know the meaning.
Yeah,
I
it's
know what you
Very
mean.
lyrical.
It's very lyrical. It's like, you might, like, you're going to go your all out. You might fucking die for this music shit.
Mm-hmm.
Elvis Presley fucking...
Yeah,
was
and
a
like you can
massive superstar.
argue too like Elvis like was also like like he died for like his music, like a
Yeah.
little bit of that, because like
Hell
Being
yeah.
a fat drug
And
addict.
be, yeah. Well, like he was like, because you gotta remember, you know,
Not trying to offend anybody.
here's the thing, you gotta remember though about him, like he was like the
Yeah,
first.
exactly.
Can't offend fat drug addicts for him. Say you're sorry.
So
No, but you gotta remember though, he was like the first rock star with like the power of television,
yeah.
and like they like he was.
Elvis was so good at singing. They were like, "Fuck it, let him sing his lines."
it's so no, but it's so funny though. Like I mean, you obviously think of the music nowadays and like the shit they're saying and some of it, the shit we say. I mean, we say
Right.
horrible shit all the time, but. Back then, when Elvis was first coming out, like parents all around the globe were like, "This is the devil music."
Yeah, he was
Like,
like,
wasn't even doing
If
anything
you
like
listen,
crazy.
yeah, if you listen to it now, it's like, I want, like, I can't even think of Elvis song, like, off the
I
top.
can't
You ain't
help
nothing
falling
but
in
a
love.
hound
Yeah, like, it's just like so,
dog.
like, I wanna hold your hand.
That's a
They're
Beatles
like,
song.
No, I know it's a Beatles song, but they're like, the devil.
Yeah, yeah.
How would you
He's,
want to
like,
hold
shaking his
her
head.
hand?
He's, like,
now they're
shak-
like, wet ass pussy.
Meanwhile, you got girls in literal fucking like, what, saran wrapping a cracker,
I mean, like,
shaking their fucking twat.
But then,
on
like
a
in
yacht.
50 years from now, people are gonna look at that. It's like, oh, they were fucking calling people out for
I
that.
don't even know what's going to be happening in 50 years.
Yeah, it's gonna be
The world's
crazy.
going to be on fire.
We're all gonna be
Yeah.
animals in 50 years, obviously.
Dude, 'cause that is crazy though. If you think about it, like how they literally there's outrage over Elvis. Outrage. They hated him.
Yeah,
His
they
Outrage
parents-
over like a lot of different
Eminem.
like music that people don't understand. Shit, people just don't understand. There's outrage over, right?
I'd say so.
I guess
the
that's
younger
the best way to
generation.
fucking chop it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like think about like when Chevy Chase put out what's that song that everybody dances to?
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase, what's his name?
Who are you talking about?
He has a
No, he's a person.
He has
I don't know the
dan-
song.
he has
Chevy-
a
no,
song
Chevy
with a
Chase is like
dance.
an actor.
He has a song with a dance. I fucking forget. It's like famous, dude.
All right, I don't know.
I don't know. Chevy Chase is like a comedic actor. He's not a
No,
fucking
no,
singer.
you're confusing him with the comedian.
Oh, is this another Chevy Chase?
There's a Chubby Chase or something.
Chubby Chase.
Whatever his name is. Let me hold on.
But
Yeah,
while
I
I
would-
looks that up. I mean, we could talk about like
The
Oh,
Twist,
lo-
Chubby Checker. I'm sorry, not
Twist.
Chubby Chase. Not
the
Chubby
twist.
Chase.
I know that song. Yeah.
Yeah, people were fucking in outrage over the Twist, dude.
Yeah, and that's crazy because it's like
What the fuck is wrong with the Twist?
they're like, how are they moving their hips like that? There's like that's literally how they were speaking. Like I've seen like pressing clip, like not pressing clips, like like news like clips of it, like when you watch that old shit. It's like how are they moving their hips like that? How are they gyrating like that? That's devil.
Yeah, it's like the
devil's
devil
bringing it out
possessing
of
them.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking
Then you listen to a
crazy.
song like "Fuck the Police" and you're like,
Well, everything like
"Are you serious right
everything that's like first introduced that's like different from
It's just
what's
shocking.
usually popular. Yeah, it's shocking and like people don't really like hip hop, for example. When hip hop
Yeah.
came out, people weren't even considering it as music.
Right.
Because first of all, like they're rapping. They're not singing
Yeah.
the song, so it's
Yeah.
like that's one thing, and then they're like sampling pre-recorded material.
It took a while for hip hop to get its respect.
Yeah, and like you look at like punk music in the '70s, like you had like the
Oh,
Normal.
9 Inch Nails. Oh, not 70s, but I know what you mean though. Yeah.
yeah, you had like before that you had like your the Beatles, obviously. You had like Led Zeppelin, and then like you come out with like the Ramones, who were like probably like the first major punk band.
Ramones
Yeah,
They're like
they're fresh.
playing like fucking super fast paced music. That was like something.
I love that song.
Yeah, like people.
Everyone does.
People didn't fucking like people weren't used to like the fast tempo type of music.
Yeah. Like, what is this
Yeah.
horse shit?
Yeah, but then like it goes on to be like one of the most influential like genres ever.
I agree and I sort of agree and disagree with what you're saying about like the up tempo like music and stuff like that. Just because sometimes I listen to like the other day, for example, I was in the car and I was listening to Frank Sinatra. That's Life.
Yeah.
And like That's Life is a little bit faster. It has a couple of snares.
Yeah,
and I was
but
like, I
dude-
could rap on this.
You could probably
That's
sample
not,
it, but
that's
like,
not what Mickey was
No,
saying.
not-
Mickey was just
oh.
saying that people weren't used to the fast, like, at that time.
Yeah, like, the
it was
drums
shocking
were,
to
like-
the ear.
That's what I'm saying. At that time, like Frank Sinatra's a little bit before that, but those like that drum is very like the drums that I'm talking about in That's Life are very fast, kind of. Boom, boom, pa, boom, pa, pa.
Yeah, but like Ramones were like.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I
like
gotcha.
louder and
Yeah, it's loud. It distorted guitars. Like that's very different.
I thought you were
between-
talking about like more like reminiscent hip hop. I was confused
No,
as to
no,
what you were
just
trying to
saying-
make
we're
your
just talking
point
about,
as
like,
to.
the shock value of like
I got
Yeah,
Gotcha.
of something that's
I'm
like
sorry.
first introduced.
how it changed over
Yes.
time. But yeah, I mean, I know we were like that. We were gonna talk about our favorite lines. What are your
Yeah.
guys' favorite lines?
For me, like, for my like personal favorites, like that's not exactly like a lyrical song for me. I was more like having fun on it. I wasn't trying to like push the pen too
Yeah, I
hard.
feel like that's what that type of song was.
Yeah,
meant
yeah,
for.
it's just like a feel good song. That's that sound. That's that shit. Make you leave the ground. Make you go batshit. Like
It's just some of that slick Mick and magic.
Yeah,
That's my favorite line of Yoda's.
Thank you.
The
Worm.
beginning, I love it.
I just
Comes in so nicely.
I was more concerned, not concerned, but feeling the flow of it. You feel me?
Every
Like the
time
vibe
the
of
neighborhood come around,
record.
we got you screaming now. 631 in your hometown. That's like my. That's
Because the
probably my
electro
favorite.
makes music so marvelous.
It's my favorite.
Fucking a lot of method. to
One of my
this.
favorite lines.
When you think about how many like, this kind of pisses me off, and maybe people will think I'm fucking stupid for this, but it really
Let's hear
pisses
it.
me off when you listen to like people say like, oh, like Ra represents New York. Ra's from New York. Like, yeah, Ra's from New York, but he's from fucking Long Island. He's not from Manhattan. He's not from fucking Brooklyn. He's not from
lot
any of
of
those
the-
places. A lot of the greatest rappers of all time
Yeah, they come from
are
Long
from
Island.
this fucking island.
dude,
son.
But the thing was,
Brooklyn
they went
is-
to New
Brooklyn
York
is
because that
technically
was
Long
where like
Island.
the scene
Queens
was.
is technically Long Island.
Queens is kind of
Geographically, but like-
geographically
No, I
speaking, know what
trust
you
me.
mean,
I've been
but
having this argument at work with my friend Mark, and I'm on your guys' side. Geographically, it is, but it's not.
It is, but
Yeah.
it isn't. I know what
It's
you're
not the
saying.
same.
Like, you wouldn't say that
'Cause, like,
Nas is from Long Island.
Like
He's from
Queens,
Queensbridge.
exactly.
like Queens
yes.
and Brooklyn, they're a part of New York City, but they are on Long Island. Like,
They are attached to Long
Yes,
Island.
yes.
Yes,
I've
but
really been
it's-
having
it's
this
a big
I had an
argument
argument
at work.
Had an
I mean,
argument
it's
with
not
my
the
dad.
same, though.
Had an argument with my dad and Jack about that because they were like, Mickey, they're like, it's not part of fucking Long Island, you idiot. And I'm like,
Geographically
"That-
speaking, yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes, it is, bro.
geographically it is, but like, exactly, it's not the same. So
Yeah, it's not
That's
really, like,
Queens.
you wouldn't
That's
say-
Brooklyn. This
that's
is
the
Long
point
Island.
of
Yeah.
like they say like when you talk about ODB, where's ODB from?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
They add Brooklyn, New York.
Don't say Long Island.
They don't say
Yeah,
Long Island. Where's Rakim from? He's from New York. They don't say Long Island, New York. They don't say Wine Dance, New York. They don't say nothing.
Long
It's
Island
just New
doesn't
York.
get respect.
Exactly my fucking point, and that's honestly why, like in the mixtape, we pushed the 631, Alicia, and the Initiative so hard.
Yeah.
So it's actually funny we mentioned that though. Like one of my lines is, straight from Long Island, bitches, not Manhattan.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
on Classic.
Because I say
right?
shout out to NYC. Because I do say shout out to NYC because still New Yorkers.
Right.
Yeah.
I still love the city. We go
That's the
there.
birthplace
go
of
to,
hip hop.
hell yeah, and
Bronx.
that's the birthplace of hip hop. We still go there. Fucking go to Knicks games. Go
I
to
love your
Bronx
flow
to
on
go
the
to
track,
fucking
Worm.
Yankees. Thank you. My favorite line of my own is I just like because I like the way I say it is geniuses can't keep with this. The streets need this. Bitch.
I was just gonna say, no needs reminds
Oh,
us.
it needs us. That's what it is. That was the line I was thinking of. No needs reminds us. This is the minds of.
Jesus, the streets can't keep with this bitch. I was like, damn. Because, like, Worm used to not be able to rap like that. Like, when he came, like, back to, like, doing it, like, that was, like, one of the... Like, This The Sound was probably in the middle of the record, and Worm was still, like, trying to, like, figure out his, like, flows and patterns.
Yeah, because like
And he just is like, yo, does this work? And he just fucking spazzes with his verse. I'm like, yes, that works.
I know exactly what you mean because
I
like
was like blown away by it.
some of the first few songs we wrote on the mixtape were like Boppin' and Get the Bag, and obviously we'll get to
Right.
another podcast. But like for instance, on those like, which I actually ended up liking my Boppin' verse a lot, but it's very simplified because like
I
you
wouldn't
said,
say it's simplified, but I know what you mean.
I
You don't
was
switch
just-
your flow and shit
I was
like
just
that
getting
as much.
like used to like rapping again, especially recording.
Right.
I haven't recorded anything in a while. So like yeah, I know what you mean though. I was like by the middle is when I was like really hitting my comfort stride of
when
like,
you were
wow.
trying to, like, when you were really figuring it out, exactly.
Yeah, really figuring shit out.
Like when you weren't like
Wasn't
there was a
forcing
time
something.
when like you would show me a rap and you would fucking almost do it like line for line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, "Yo, can I show you this?" No needs for minds. This is the minds of geniuses. The treats you can keep with this bitch. What?
You can't even do
What
it.
did you just say?
Yeah, that shit was dope. But
That's fucking ill, dude. And it's so like that fucking switch that you do is so smooth because you barely even notice it. You know what I'm saying?
thank you.
Like you'd almost think that you started a brand new verse and you weren't just connecting the middle two.
I'd have to say this. The sound is one of my
Or not
favorite.
verse, I should say a snippet or excerpt, whatever the fuck you would
Yeah.
call it.
But yeah, I'd have to say that my fucking dog is not shutting up. But I'd have to say that this the sound is probably one of my favorites. Just like cause it's it's like Long Island. Like this
Yeah.
is the sound. Like this is us.
It does sound like Long Island.
And it's just
too.
like a
that's-
catchy,
that's why
like feel
it's-
good song, like you said.
Right.
So
Probably my favorite line from it is every time the neighborhood come around, guys just screaming out 631 in your own town.
yeah, like
I was like, that's fucking smooth as shit.
That's
a
the
fucking
plan,
dope
dude.
line.
That's the plan. I know like you guys don't like watch as like much old shit as like I would say I do as far as like hip hop is concerned. I
Okay.
spend a lot of time like, especially when we're doing live shit. I spend a lot of time like studying like how the greatest of the greats do their live shows, and one of them that I got into a big amount, like how to watch it over and over again, was the Up in Smoke tour. Snoop, Dre, Eminem, Exhibit, and a bunch of other fucking rowdy motherfuckers. And when you watch that, like you hear them like, maybe that's not the best example actually. More like the like Jay-Z's I forget what it's called, Jay-Z's tour that he did with DMX and Method Man and Redman. Like when Method Man gets on the fucking microphone and he says Shaolin, everyone says it. Everyone says it. He's not screaming out 212. He's not screaming. But if we scream out 631 and they scream it back at us, there's no other fucking thing that they could say.
hell yeah.
They rep Long Island. They rep
Yeah.
us. 631.
They're supporting. They're supporting.
Exactly. 631 Alicia.
We say a lot about 631 on our tracks.
Because not
This is
everybody.
the neighborhood.
Not everybody. Like
That's
people
what the
are from
neighborhood's
Long
all
Island.
about.
But nobody really expresses it. Rakim does. He has like a bunch of tracks about Long Island, Strong Island. Rough enough to break New York from Long Island.
I got one of my favorite samples in there, the Billy Madison sample. In there.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Let's go.
No. That starts.
Oh, that's the other
that
one.
starts the next track.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But it.
They do sound similar, those two.
Well, it's
funky
literally
as fuck.
right
It's
after.
right
It's
before,
literally
that's why.
right before.
Right.
He says, "Let's go." He's like, "Oh, that's the grossest thing I ever heard in my entire life." He says some shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's like right after a Worms verse. It's just like you hear the song, and it's like that's the grossest shit I ever heard in my life. Well, it's just like gross as in like, oh my god, it's sick. Like,
Yeah.
It's like fucking
Of course.
cool.
Exactly.
Cool fucking song.
We're
Dope
entertainers,
as
man.
shit, man. And I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys gonna try to go smoke some fucking weed about it or what?
I'd like
I
to
would-
smoke some
I
weed
would love
about it. I
to.
think we've covered everything we could cover for
Yeah.
this
It's
week.
one of
We'll
our
be back
longest
next
pods.
week. This
I
is
think
one of
so,
our
yeah.
longest
I think
pods.
this is one of our best pods too.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
New setup, new vibes. I fucking loved it.
I'm feeling good about it too. We'll be
right.
back next week, guys, with episode 5 discussing what track, Micken?
Light that shit, spark that shit.
Hell yeah.
You guys have a good day.
Peace.